Gamers, hello. It's the next day now. It's not 10 p.m. at night. I'm ready for a full Slay the Spire run. I'm ready to lose 99 gold to get a rare colorless card. Interesting. Interesting. Violence, I think it has low upside unless we run like we get a kunai or a shuriken or something, like ornamental fan and lots of zero cost attacks. Chrysalis, I can see the value, but it suffers from the same problem as Echo Form, which is if we draw it and it's not a turn where we can afford to play it, then it's kind of a dead draw. Thinking ahead is kind of like maybe a little bit less bombastic than the other options, but it's draw and it's like a bit of draw fixing for free. For low opportunity cost at the very least. So I think I can get down with it. I mean, I was kind of hoping to get like, I don't know, something even a little bit more idiot-proof. if I can be blunt. I think we gotta go all in on this, man. Come on! You gotta hit the acid slime with those. You gotta dunk it! Anyway, you ever see Anger Management, Adam Sandler? It's a bad start. I was hoping we get something like Dramatic Entrance, you know, that's just like, I guess it's not a rare, but it's incredibly easy to understand. And for a guy like me, that has a lot of value. Let's put a strike on top and then pop 3 of these bad boys. But I don't know. I mean, this is not good reasoning, necessarily, but it's rare, so it must be good in a way. Let me take a look at this boss for a second. I do like the idea of a Darkness Orb, just to have like a backup way to deal a lot of damage. And you might say, NL, you need to come up with real reasons why it's good. You can't just say like it's good because, you know, they made it rare. Or, well, I guess literally rare in this case. But I guess if we're not going to block, we might as well just take you close to death. But like, that's what I do with other things in my life. I've never performed like a thermodynamic analysis to see how many calories are in like a bag of Ruffles sour cream and onion potato chips. I look at the nutritional information on the back and I'm like, hey, the eggheads down at the FDA probably figured that out for me. So I'll just piggyback on the shoulders of giants, you know? I do it every day, man. I do it every day. We're kind of getting the bricks beaten off of us here. I don't know, maybe this sounds ridiculous. I don't think we need more defense. I think we just need to draw them at the right time. Like where's my frickin' defense, dude? Where's my frickin' defense? Because if we don't get defense, we're gonna need depends. I like cool-headed, but give me a charge battery. And in a way, I'm also like, it might be better to not get too many cards that channel orbs, because it kind of runs the risk of pushing the Darkness Orb out before it's fully ready to go. So maybe it's okay that we're not taking too many cards that summon orbs. But like right now, the first floor to me, it feels like it's a little, the vibes are kind of off, but I could be wrong. I mean, having an upgraded Sunder is very, very advantageous at this stage of our life. Let's put 1 strike on top and run this, and this. The next step is get the Dark Orb up to the front, which is not going to happen on this turn. You know, this is a really good elite fight, because once you start drawing dazes, your turns start to go really, really fast. It's actually, this turned out pretty well. What do you got for me? Something good. War Paint. Give me an auto shields, and then 2 defense get upgraded. You're gonna think that that's a horrible outcome, but I think it actually could be worse. I'm gonna get thinking ahead, whipping around, okay? It not exhausting, I think, makes it a much better card. A Gremlin shove. You could save my life, Gremlin. Amplify Zap. We're not interested. Cool-headed, we might be interested. I'm not taking the risk. Sure, I'll take it, and then definitely not taking Parasite. All that for 1 cool-headed? I don't think it's that bad. This is pretty bad. Let's take care of this guy first, and then an auto shields goes kind of crazy. And we definitely don't want to be weakened forever. I mean, I guess I should have played thinking ahead, but I feel like that couldn't have gone much better, to be quite frank with you. Similarly, like this already means whatever we do this turn is essentially free because we're not taking damage. I very rarely get tempo on these guys this early. Like this is kind of an incredible outcome for us. I normally take like 10 plus damage on this fight. So thank you for drawing Sunder early. I don't know, man. I feel like a second Ball Lightning's kind of pushing it. I'm not really a Sweeping Beam girly. It's not my favorite card. Early Sunder would have gone pretty crazy here. You're doing 6? Okay, then I'll get the extra energy and let's just wipe you out so we don't have to think about you in the future. How about Sunder Ball Lightning? Close. You're not gonna die necessarily. In fact, I think you're not gonna die guaranteed. Sorry, I'm thinking. We can do 13 damage. You need 16. This possibly kills. It's a 50% chance to kill you. Okay, beautiful. We lost the 50-50 earlier. We won it on that one. Fair trade. I don't like him. I don't like him enough. Now, I mean, this is like very risky, but I feel like it's got to be done. I do feel like we're gonna die. 16. We're gonna have to kill you next turn, which is not gonna be easy. We don't have to kill you. It's not great, Bob. We might have to kill you. Because, like, are we... Yeah, we're still dead. Okay, so we die. All right. You may disagree. I think fighting that elite was a tactical risk that I was willing to take, given the relatively meager prospects of what it looked like we had, given our deck and our relics. But now here's our real one. This is the real start here, okay? We're not going to get a free elite or like a 1 HP elite. So let's take our 3 encounters early to try to get some good aggression in the deck right off the bat. This time I will take a Sweeping Beam. Because it's, in my opinion, best card available there. I'll take a Cold Snap. And... makes me feel like that card's better than it is. I'll take 1 Claw. I don't feel bad about taking 1 Claw. I think there are times when it comes through in the pinch and saves you unexpectedly. And there are times when you have like literally no damage scaling early, where just having a Claw can be the difference between like a loss and a win. I'm a fool. If I had played the strikes, we wouldn't have had to use the potion. But you know what? Life goes on. Glacier, there's a theme starting to coalesce on this run. You guys are doing no damage. That's a beautiful start. That's the card I didn't want to draw. Which is probably why you should use your draw earlier. It stings, people. It stings. 8 damage. It's because of an error in judgment. But you know what? All for one. It just... for me, it's too specific. Toss me a loop, though, because we kind of have a... we kind of have the scaffolding of a Frost Focus build. Just simmering here. And I know what you're going to say, NL, you got to draw first. Probably, but I knew I was playing Glacier regardless, so... You know what? Go ahead and give me that. Give me this. Give me this. And give me one of those. How are we going to do damage? I guess with our attacks. Was that a serious question? I don't know. This is like, I'm actually happy to have Sweeping Beam in the deck now, because it might be our best damage dealer on this specific encounter. Which is a little bit embarrassing, but we're taking no damage while we wait for it to come around, so I can't be too upset about that. Sweeping Beam, you shouldn't have. And we still don't take damage. And I like that we got them offset, so they're not both going to attack on the same turn. Now, we're going to take a little hit here, but that's life. Pretty small price to pay for a relic. Pretty much regardless of what the relic is, but obviously we hope it's a good one. Alright, you guys should both be dead. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. What do you got for me? Dreamcatcher. Could be worse. Probably. Streamline is okay early. I can live with it. I do love a bird-faced urn. I think I like a lot of what we got in this shop, and I don't have a lot of money to work with. Is it possible I could get 2 elite fights? I think it is possible. I really like Chill. And I would have loved Meal Ticket, I would have loved Sling of Courage, but I value Chill, like, at that level. I do. And I'm going to cut a basic strike, just because we're kind of low on money to do anything else. I guess we could have bought a potion, but... I got to think about what we're going to do with you. A Glacier out there early. Now this... Oh, we can increment... We're getting free lunches, man! Now this time Loop is going to mean that we're probably... Oh, Loop doesn't necessarily mean we're going to wake you up. But I'm going to wake you up. Because I really feel like we need Streamline to get out there. Chill, sure. Let's get a Lightning Orb out there. Let's draw. And that's 5 block on top of the 2 we get from the passive. Lightning Orb at the front. Or sorry, Ice Orb at the front is very nice. I'm a different kind of beast. I'll play a Glacier on you there. We take 0. You're no longer vulnerable. It'd be a great turn for, like, Streamline to come back around, but it did not, sadly, so we're going to be a little debuffed. 14 damage. You gotta play it. 3, so you're on 10. This literally kills you, but it was close. Basically a free elite fight and +1 dex. Very nice. And then, I mean, we're playing the hits right now. Defrag is a beautiful card to get. Kind of sucks to take 5 damage off of this. We don't have to fight that other elite, right? Taking 1. I'm choosing to fight the other elite. We could even... Well, I don't know. I gotta see how it goes. I gotta see how it goes. Right now, is there a problem with what we've got going on? I don't really think so. It would be nice to have some other cards. Like to have a self-repair would solve a problem for us. You gotta play Glacier. And then maybe, like, see what you got from Entropic Brew. I would Fire Potion to take 6 damage off the field, honestly. We don't have that much in the deck. We only have Sweeping Beam to deal with, like, enemies going wide. And we might get a potion from finishing the fight anyway, so... Seems like you gotta take them up on that. We need this to not take a hit. That's nice. I don't know. Maybe you. So the moment of truth is coming up now. We're not taking damage. That's very nice. 2 of you are dead. That's even nicer. Do we think we can fight the elite without resting? Because an upgraded defrag goes crazy. And a duplication potion can really help us out. Always tempting. And if we make it through, then all we got to do is, I mean, we get Pantograph here. Here's what I'm going to say. I think we rest. I actually feel like I know it's a bad card, quote unquote, but I'm a believer in Blizzard. It really doesn't hit the same when you get it on turn 1, though. I think you can't go back in time and change resting instead of smithing. So what I thought was, no one ever went broke having too much HP. You know, we could take an opportunity cost for it that maybe incurs a drag for the rest of the run. No question about that. But that's a beautiful card, man. Well, securing the relic instead of dying could completely change the trajectory of the run as well. And the other thing is, if we don't lose much HP here, we can always just upgrade at the next shop. Or sorry, the next campfire. Whereas we can't do the inverse. We can't be like, oh, we should have rested. Let's go back. Anyway, this is some specious reasoning, but reasoning nonetheless, which is not par for the course for me. I'm not always the thinking man slay the Spire player. It has happened a few times in the rebooted series so far, which is crazy to me, because I thought I was fundamentally washed, like on a genetic level, but actually it turns out that maybe it's just habits. Is 3 defrags too many? I don't know. I'll tell you when we get Mummified Hand. Exactly what... That's just the man I wanted to see. We'll take like 2 off of that? That's nothing, man. I think this is great, and we will be able to use Pantograph to heal, which means we should be able to upgrade a defrag. We don't need to play the defrag. Come on. Come on. We can get him there. It's not a high-value Blizzard, but we can get him. Channel me. I cannot believe it. We get there. All right, all right. Cultist Potion. I'd rather keep the Liquid Memories, honestly, but... Okay, I'm content with what we have. Let's upgrade. I do think the defrags are going to be the play. I think chill is the play, but not before the boss necessarily if we're worried about living. I do need to hit you. The thing about chill is, like, sometimes you're just going to draw it on the first turn, which means innate is not always a bonus. Now, that might be an insane statement, but 6... If I hit you for 6, 6, and 4... That's 16 damage, which is not enough. We need to do like 26 to break you. Obviously, we have a duplicate potion. We have a dual cast. You could always... I think I'd play like Zap, Duplicate Glacier. We probably still take a little damage. Oh, we don't. At least we got a little extra damage out there. Okay, this is very nice. Actually, I have to hit you to avoid the debuff, so I will not play my power, but we'll definitely play Streamline. So this should be fine. I actually, if anything, I'm like a little embarrassed that we used our potion. I feel like we didn't have to use our potion. And that's the sort of thing, you know, it's easy to say, like, don't get down on yourself, but at the same time, like, these Ascensions, as you get up here, they get more and more brutal, you know? Which means a little mistake like that, that doesn't mean you lose the run, but maybe you miss out on an upgrade that you could have otherwise have gotten if you've been able to keep that potion and use it at a time when you can apply more leverage. And so I guess, I mean, it's a universal truth, but, you know, you want to make the right decisions if you want the best results, but there's not much we can really do about that now. So you can't put a premium on survival either, you know, and maybe even comfort, who knows. Wow, it's exact change, so we don't take a big hit. I appreciate that. The claw's only getting better, obviously. We don't really need the Glacier. I'd rather just hold it right here. Loop's doing amazing work. I appreciate you. How about one of these? We don't take damage. With Blizzard, we would take 1 damage. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm going to stall you. I don't see a reason to take 1 damage. I bet we kill you without taking any damage. Right? Yep. I mean, we at least moved the chains on this one. It got kind of close, but... Oh, all right. Took his ball and went home. You're basically dead if I draw dual cast. You're literally dead. That went very well. It has to be Electrodynamics. I know. I mean, Seek is like... It's almost inarguably the best card in the game. The only thing that makes Electrodynamics better is Seek can't seek an Electrodynamics because we don't have an Electrodynamics. So I really, really like These are all good. Fission needs an upgrade, I think, to be good. But Electrodynamics, it'll change the face of our run. But now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, we only have like 1 lightning generator. Maybe the real play is you take Seek. It allows you to get to those defrags, and then, you know, you play more ice, and you get Blizzard out there faster, because we're really, like, our lightning is getting juiced. I guess it juices itself. Yeah, okay, no, I think I almost overthought it there. And I think we'd love to have more orbs. This means I never have to take a capacitor. Our energy's a little scuffed, but I think we're okay with that. I don't want to see a shop that's too early. I think I'd rather see that shop. I want to have like 300-ish gold by the time we get to the shop, I think. This is like a kind of a horrendous first turn. Like I guess you just eat garbage on this one. Play the electrodynamics. Play a cold snap. We'd love to have some block, right? And then liquid memories. Oh, but you can't afford it. Why did I think that liquid memories would make it cost 0, man? So we're in a race against time. 16. Let me think about this. If I pop this, do 10 damage each. 2 damage. Pop this. So do 20 damage to each. And then you'll take 4. So you will not be dead. This is not going super well. I still think our deck is great, to be honest with you. I think we just drew things in kind of a bit of a scuffed order. Like we drew all of the powers that we want to play slowly on the same turn. We want to play like a power a turn ad nauseum. Give me that genetic algorithm. I will fight you. This should be an okay fight as long as we don't draw all of our good cards early. I know how it sounds, man. Double up on this. We might actually just like lose immediately here. Chill is a nice help. Genetic algorithm, not really what we're looking for here at 0, but let's increment it and hope we don't die. You could run the numbers, but like where's the fun in that, right? So this is really where you want to see like an electrodynamics, but in lieu of that, this seems bad. Yeah, we're dead. Okay, well, let's run it back. We got time to run it back. I can't believe how wrong things went after we had such an easy time on the boss fight. I'll still take a rare colorless. And honestly, I think Hand of Greed early is it's like a streamline with upside early. That's good, man. It's good. And then we want to engage in as many fights as possible early so that we can maximize our Hand of Greed. Look at that. Look at that. Look, this is the one, my insane pace. But now the Hand of Greed is doing great in its own right. I'm just trying to... I don't want to kill you accidentally if I can get one more Hand of Greed out of it. You piece. But the second thing is we've got to use the greed effectively. I think these are garbage. Sorry. Why did I go straight to the shop? What am I doing, man? What am I doing? Well, I guess I'm comfortable removing a defend and buying a power potion to give us leverage early, and that's exact change. Slow play him. Try to angle it so the kill shot is Hand of Greed. Like there's a method to the madness, man. And now we've got him like in kill shot range. We just need to draw Hand of Greed, and we did. 20 more gold in my pocket. I'm skipping. Boom. Go in on him. Any chance? One strike and a Hand of Greed is a kill. Look at that. The 20 damage is no joke, man. I would actually... Well, you know what? Keep Swift Potion. It makes it easier to draw a Hand of Greed. And I will take an FTL. Finally, a card that I feel like is worth it. Take my gold instead of my health, so I feel like we can upgrade. 25 damage for 2 puts it above Streamline. Obviously, it doesn't get the other benefits, but... That's pretty sick. I love it. I love it, man. Been drinking it for years. Heard they recently added more hops. This is like a horrendous turn, but we'll take 6 damage in exchange to probably kill you with Hand of Greed, which is like at least this 25 extra gold. I like a machine learning. I'm not gonna turn up my nose at machine learning. Might be a little crazy. I'm skipping the elite. Maybe we're a bit elite heavy in our strategy on the first floor. That's a crazy play, I'll admit, but... Cut a strike. Keep the deck thin so you're drawing Hand of Greed more often. It may not scale well into the late game, but... I'm certainly... I'm reaping the benefits of it right now, especially with another shop coming up. So machine learning will make something else free, which is nice. We're still gonna get hit like a truck here, but that's okay. Maybe. Maybe. I'll kill you and then draw, and then you're gonna die. So I'm not getting the third Hand of Greed, but now the lightning and the sunder. I like sunder with mummified hand. It's an interesting idea. I almost feel like you want machine learning innate, so on our first turn something becomes free, and you hope it's sunder. Wow, this is not what you want to see. That's not what you want to see at all, man. Are we in trouble? We actually might be. I pretty much need to go all in. We shouldn't die, but we're gonna be in very tight. Very tight. Molten Egg is crazy though. Sure, give me... I do like a ball lightning for damage, and it's pre-upgraded. Okay. There's a lot to get down with here, man. There's a lot to like. There's a lot to like. We gotta duplicate something. It's very tempting to duplicate the machine learning, man, because it'll make something else free. But it is gonna mean we draw less stuff on turn one. I guess I'll just duplicate Hand of Greed. Who's our boss? You. I gotta get a potion just because, I mean, we're on 3 life. And you're never supposed to rest before this guy, but I have added no defense to my deck, so I'm going to. I guess it doesn't really matter whether it hits it or not. I think we're gonna die. And my reasoning for it is that we have not improved our defense at all, and we get no upside from getting hit. Like, if we had a static discharge or something, we'd be like, kind of loving taking this damage. But I mean, he is half dead already. It's gonna be it's gonna be tight. Not dying is pretty important. It's probably more important than playing a strike. We're gonna draw some burns as well, which is gonna minimize our ability to be excited about our prospects. But you know what? We're in there right now. You love to see a turn like this. In this business, you don't always get a turn like that. And just don't die to burns. And like, we may actually have accomplished this. We may actually have done our part. I'm a little bit stunned that we're still alive, but I mean, Seek is so good, man, but Buffer is... We have Mummified Hand, and Buffer is a power. And if it gets upgraded, like, we don't... I think... I love Seek, man, I really do. I think I need the energy. The transformation can be really good, though. I think we need the energy. Even with Mummified... No, give me the transformation! Turbo, Rip, and Tear, Boot Sequence. I can live with that. Turbo is like an energy relic. It carries downside like an energy relic does. Rip and Tear, it's an attack that's better than a strike. And Boot Sequence is a crazy play on the first turn, so we stop losing HP like every single first turn. And we're content with that. We did 1 damage. It's something. How about a little FTL for you? let me take a peek at this for a second. Look at that. Can you believe it? I will take a genetic algorithm. By the way, the reason I chose this path, I thought there were lots of opportunities to kill enemies. I think we want to do that. We can't play the buffer. We'll play the buffer when it comes back around. Lots of opportunities to kill enemies. Sometimes that's not what we're looking for, but with Hand of Greed, I think it's exactly what we're looking for. Honestly, little cringe, but I think I'd rather take as little damage as possible when we have no means of regenerating our HP yet. You go all in on this turn for certain. Dual cast, 16, 10. I can kill you. It means we don't get a Hand of Greed, but whatever. HP is worth something too. I mean, Capacitor makes something else free, so it is tempting, but we're not orb driven at all. I think it's a skip. This one might suck. This one might suck. And drawing no Hand of Greeds early means we're going to draw 2 Hand of Greeds, like, at some point possibly, and that's not great either. I mean, we gotta do some damage here. Which is why I'm playing this, to make sure that buffer at least is going to block. It's not going to get used on 6. Instead it got used on 2, I guess, now that I think about it, but... Does 5 damage. This is goated. So Sunder actually works. Zap is free. Genetic Algorithm is nice. And, I mean, we're gonna get hit really badly, but, like, that, there weren't any other options. And then, okay, Rip and Tear. Beautiful. Hand of Greed does that. We might as well, at this point, play, Turbo, and then another Hand of Greed could probably get payoff here. Could definitely get payoff here, man. But we need to heal. Another FTL seems fine. I would love to transform a basic defend into... it could be worse, man. It could be worse. Well, of course, after I get boot sequence, I exclusively face enemies that, like, don't attack on the first turn. What a crock. We're in real trouble. Don't at me. That was, like, they were all bad options, okay? Don't attack on this turn. This is insane. 24 damage. I can't believe we get there without dying. I was sure we were gonna die. I absolutely need to rest, and now the decisions make themselves. Sunder. Might as well. Might as well. Okay. We got tempo to start with. That's nice. You never know. By the way, if we could get the relic that is like... Bird-faced Urn, the power deck is on. You're a minion, so I don't think we'll get the gold. But she called me a minion until she saw how much I grew. You know what I'm saying, people? I think I stole that from TikTok, maybe. Start here. Here. Now let me take a peek at you. 32 and 24 plus 9. I don't think it's enough to kill you. 32, you have 74. So this is 41, which takes you to 33. This does 24. We can't do that. We're gonna die. And this is like the worst way to die. Because, like, we were so close to killing you. That stings, man. Okay, honestly, I thought we were cooking something up there. But it felt like we needed better defense, man. We needed better defense. For now, that was a humbling episode. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Click the like button if you did, and I'll see you next time. We're recording another one.